Hey there you great people, so as promised, if you watched my little shorts video earlier on, I said I was putting up a couple of videos feeding the ducks and then eating some duck. And by the way, if you did watch that, I'm not eating a duck from the river where I was feeding them. I'll show you what I'm going to do anyway. So I've got my, these are Gressingum, see a reflection there, but Gressingum duck legs. So we're going to take one of these in a minute, along with some ingredients, some Himalayan pink sea salt, pepper mill, mixed pepper, some mixed herbs. I've got a little easy peeler like orange, satsuma there. These here I've actually stuck off my balcony, sorry. These are actually, it's a little bit of spring onion, or scallion I think you call it in America. And these actually, it looks similar doesn't it, but it's not. These are actually green garlic, the actual leaves, and they absolutely smell awesome and garlicky. What we'll do is grab one of these out of the packet, and I'll be back in a second when I'm seasoning it and ready to put it in the pan here. So we've just took our duck leg out of the packaging. I've just patted it dry, by the way, with some kitchen roll, which is really important to pat it dry. I've literally already done that. We get our salt now. This is Himalayan pink sea salt. It doesn't matter what you use here, any salt will do. Some pepper, some pepper mill with red, green, and white pepper in. We've got a decent bit of pepper, not going to hurt. I'm going to use some mixed herbs on this as well. Decent amount. By the way, just pat it in so it stays in. By the way, I've already just done the other side, as you can see. I'm also going to do something else now, which is I'm going to grab myself a cheese grater. It's going to sound weird now, and a little easy peeler orange, and grate some of the zest of this orange or easy peeler onto the actual duck. I mean, who's not heard of duck a la orange? The duck with orange. Again, press that in a little bit, flip it over, rub it round in some of that. And do the other side as well a little bit. That's looking pretty damn good now. What we've got here as well, by the way, is a wok. You can use a big saucepan or something like that. Get it up to a decent temperature. I've put probably about 2 tablespoons of oil in here and a couple of very large chunks of margarine. Would use butter sometimes, but I've only got margarine, so that's what I'm going to do. And we'll take this once the pan has got up to heat and stick it in there. We'll see in a second. As you could probably hear from the noise, we've got the oil and the butter there, up to a pretty damn good temperature in this wok. I'm on 4 out of 6 by the way in the temperature, so now it's time to get our duck leg in the actual pan. Grab this and stick it skin side down. Grab it, flip around a little bit, and all we're going to do here is just leave it for probably 3 or 4 minutes on quite this high heat, because we just want to brown the skin off and seal the actual duck leg. So yeah, leave it about 2, 3, 4 minutes on one side, skin side we put this time, we'll flip it over on this side and do it for another 3, 4 minutes to actually seal the actual duck leg. See you in a second. You can hear me, we've done the duck leg now and we've not moved it, except just moving it in the pan a little bit like that, on the skin side, for about 3 or 4 minutes now, with the obviously grated orange peel, rind, and in the butter and oil. So we're going to flip it over now. See, it's got a nice little bit of brown colour on it now. And we'll do the same now, leave it in the pan on sort of a medium high on the 4 there. For another 3 or 4 minutes, so I'll be back with you in a moment. So we've given the duck leg a minute here in that butter I've just added, after I've turned the heat off. We'll remove this now from the pan, the wok. And what we're going to do, I'll move you over here. I've got a baking tray here with some melted butter, some oil, some tin foil. What we're going to do, we'll take the duck leg out now, put that there, and also then use the pan and tip some of them juices actually over the duck. It's not going to hurt. All of it over the duck, on the bone, and grab this now and stick this in the oven for around about an hour, 60 minutes. Probably do it on about 180 Celsius for half an hour. Then after half an hour, turn it over, do it for another half an hour, and it should be pretty damn well good to go and eat. One thing I did forget to mention just now, before putting in the oven, add this green garlic, or if not, just use normal cloves of garlic, you know, or even powdered garlic. Just lay this over the chicken breast. A chicken breast? I'm going mad. A duck breast with some of this spring onion. And then we'll put this in the oven. And we'll see you shortly. I'm going to stick this in for half an hour, like I just said, on 180 Celsius in the oven. Preheated oven, by the way, and turn it after half an hour. Right, so I've had the duck leg in the oven for half an hour now, as you can see. I'm literally going to flip this duck leg over and give it a little bit of a basting with the juices, not in the pan here. If you wonder what all the other stuff is, I put some bacon in the oven. Pork loin steak, you can move that way, pork loin steak and some sausages. The reason I've done it is because electric in this country, you know, this cook stuff has gone mad recently. So I'm not just putting the oven on to do a duck leg, I'm going to do a whole load of stuff at the same time, as not to waste energy and money, you know. So yeah, just turned it over, it's been in there half an hour on 180. We'll leave it for another half an hour and it should be done. I'll be back with you again. So we've had the duck leg in the oven now for half an hour. Flipped it over, of course, basted it quite a bit with the juices from the bacon tray here. Then obviously turned it over and put it in for another half an hour. So it's completely ready to go now. I'm ready to eat. I'm literally going to get a plate in my lap, so I've only got two hands. I'll pick this up. Out, watch your fingers, by the way. And yeah, like I said, it's completely done. You could serve this with whatever you want, whether it be you know, little new potatoes, little side salad, some coleslaw, something like that. I really hope you enjoyed this little home cooking video once again. Thank you so much for joining me again, tuning in, subscribing, giving me loving comments and support for my channel. I'm going to literally let this rest now. Duck leg, I'm going to wrap it in tin foil in this stuff. Wrap it for about 10 minutes in that to let it rest so the meat can expand and relax a little bit. Now I'm going to enjoy it with a knife and fork and some of the bits on the plate. Please check out other great content and playlists on this Paulbhustlin. And don't forget, my next video actually will be feeding the ducks, even though I'm going to be eating one in a minute. And maybe even a Goodness and People video after that, all tonight. So please do keep checking on my channel. Thank you all so much as always. And don't forget to like, especially subscribe, and please hit the notification bell. I love you all, seriously.